By the way, I'd sometimes like wearing one of Suzuki Roshi's rakusus. It's a little colorful. We started 3.5 or so weeks ago with the obviously accessible and easily noticeable distinction between a vertical posture and a horizontal posture. And what object-oriented consciousness tends to notice, is or assumes at least, we notice more than the assumptions, is that it's the same body which is horizontal or vertical. But in the experience of intentionality and the assumption of Buddhism in general, is the body is not the position of the body, it's the pose, the posture, the approach of the body, the suppose of the body. And it's the body, the word body, which is translated, what's translated in English as body, means actually what makes the body alive. So you can have the 3 bodies of Buddha, the 3 different kinds of aliveness that make the body alive or make the body a particular kind of Buddha presence. Okay. So one of the implicit subjects here is the difference. What a difference a day makes. Wasn't that Eartha Kitt? What a difference attentionality makes in contrast to conceptuality. Conceptuality is looking for addresses, street spaces, addresses. Maybe in here, again, I'm just trying to make these distinctions between intentionality and conceptuality, and we can feel them and we can understand them, but the real difference happens when you live the differences. So if conceptuality is always trying to find the world addresses, maybe we could say, just for the fun of it, to make a distinction, attentionality is looking for the less dresses, not the addresses, but the less dresses. And even less is an interesting English word because it's for uncountable things. Less of this, not 5 fewer. It's less of it. So less dresses. I'm enjoying our and benefiting from our afternoon Dharma circles. And as Crestone said yesterday, he hears everything, all the syllables even. Well, that's good. But he notices particular things. Now, I think it's taking me years to figure out how to give Zen talks or let them happen. And I think if we could, it does mean that people have to develop it together. It's not just a one-off event. We might get better and better at what have I heard. So more and more we might hear everything, but notice more and more within what we hear as we begin to listen to a lecture for what have I heard. And of course, all the koans are built on the assumption that the participants in the narrative have all been hearing lectures with the sense of it's only going to be continued in me unless there's some thusness to what I've heard. So the thusness of what I heard is at the center of the whole idea or feeling for a lineage which is multi-generational. Because if there's nothing heard, then there's no generational teaching to continue. So the thus I've heard is the center of multi-generational practice. And so we can practice with the thusness of thus I have heard.